there's a third angle of a CCTV image which shows that the rat has been deployed, right? In fact, can we please bring up this image? And it shows you that the rat has been deployed, but it doesn't actually tell you at what time in this 32-second journey the rat has been deployed. Now, the reason that I think that might be critical is that so far the report suggests that the fuel switches transition to cut-off mode, therefore fuel is cut to the engines, therefore the engines fail, then the rat deploys. But to check this theory, we must have the timestamp of when the rat deployed. That is one missing piece of information. The other missing piece of information, Captain Thomas, is actually, we know that Captain Clive Kundar was at the wheels, was flying, and the commander, Captain Sumit, was actually monitoring. But the CVR transcript of that one sentence is disclosed without telling us who said what. Is that typical? I mean, these are the two things that struck me as missing in the report.
Very correct. Now, as far as the CVR transcript is concerned, you don't release one sentence of it and expect people to make sense of it. Now, you go down each of these sentences in the report, everything is flawed. That is the reason we were saying that let there be qualified civil line pilots or rated pilots who can be there, rated engineers who can be there, so that they can help them make sense of whatever is happening. Here is a interpretation. And secondly, you use the word transitioned. Let me tell you, I've been flying in the US, I've been flying in India. When you say transitioned, that is not a term that is used widely in India. If an Indian were to write that report, he would have said the fuel control switches moved or were moved from run to cut off. The moment you said transition, that's an American term. And a valve transitions. A switch does not transition. Switch has got an on, it's got an off, though it could be spring loaded, it has got all kinds of things. A valve transitions from on to off. Now, let me make it very clear. We are talking of two different things. Fuel cutoff switches are one, and fuel control valves are different. The FADEC has access to the fuel control valves, and the pilot has access to the fuel control switches.
Yeah. So when you say that transition is an American word, what are you implying?
I feel very strongly that this is a report that is dictated by somebody, written by somebody in a hurried manner, and the person writing this report has realized that it is not true and therefore has not signed it. That is my contention, my submission to you.